Welcome to Old Folks Racing PlayStation, and this week we are in New Zealand, in Ruapuna, with the amazing McLaren P1 GTR. I know what you're thinking, what the F is this combo, but it is an actual combo. Diogo Silva is on pole for race 1, followed by Darren Head, Kev Allen, Simon Allen and Dale Taylor completing the top 5 with Scott Davely 6. And look at this, what a start by Simon Allen. Simon Allen has a beautiful start, and look at this, the contact there with Diogo Silva. Simon Allen changed direction into Diogo Silva. Diogo Silva maintains second place. Oh, hits Darren Head. Darren Head is going to spin, and what a start this is. Darren Head maintains the lead, all sorts of pushing and shoving there. That's Simon Allen is rally crossing through the grass here at Ruapuna and is dropped to 9th place. What confusion in this start. That is Simon Banter there on the inside of someone else. That was Stuart Brandon. And actually that wasn't a very well executed maneuver. Of course, very difficult to pass in that hairpin with this car, and you can see why I was saying what the F is this combo. Yes, it is very difficult to control such a powerful car in the very narrow track of Ruapuna here in New Zealand. But Darren Head, despite being bumped by Diogo Silva, look at this, this is Simon Benter again on the inside and outbraking himself there. But this time I think he made it stick, or did he? No, he didn't, because everyone is pretty much exiting the track on that particular corner. And look at this, that's Simon Benter now on the inside for the last corner, and we lost connection with what happened back there. But there seems to be quite a battle there between Simon Benter. Stuart Brand is in 11th, Frankie is in 9th, and Jambo. I think those were the drivers that were involved in this titanic battle there at the back, and Simon Benter trying to make moves, but not all of them successful so far. Look at this, that's Stuart Brand now up to 10th. Actually, Jumbo has dropped down to 11th. Look at this, drivers just exiting the road, and it's very, very difficult to control the car in that particular corner. Look at this now, Copper Knob, that's... and Simon Benter has gone off the track again, as we see Kev Allen in that number 111. Where is Kev? Kev is in 2nd place. Where is Diogo Silva? Diogo Silva has lost a place there to Kev Allen, that now outbreaks himself, and now Diogo is on the outside. But that's a very poor overtaking spot over there, because there's literally no way to overtake in that particular corner. Diogo Silva not having the start that he wanted, clearly, because he was on pole position, didn't have the greatest of starts, had contact with Simon Allen, then hit Darren Head. We couldn't see a replay of that, but Darren Head was almost losing it in turn 1, lap 1. Fortunately for Darren, he kept it in the tarmac, and actually is leading this race since the beginning. We are on lap 3 out of 14, slightly longer number of laps, reflecting the fairly short lap we've got around here. 116 is the leader, as now Diogo Silva is actually putting some pressure on Darren Head, and you can see that the top 4 are trying to get away from the rest of the field. Scott Davely is in 4th place. Chris Stanley, we haven't seen much of him, but look at this, this is just Frankie then slaloming as if he were in the Olympic Games, Winter Olympics, I mean. We haven't mentioned Chris Stanley, but he's doing a great job in 5th place. Dale Taylor is in 6th. Simon Allen, the championship leader and winner of a lot of races this season, is in 7th place. And I think that... and Darren Head spins in the last corner. And here comes Diogo Silva in the lead. Diogo Silva has actually passed Kev Allen, and now has been the main beneficiary of this half spin of Darren Head at the end of lap 3. Diogo Silva is the new leader, and Kev Allen is in 2nd place, and very interested in taking that lead from Diogo Silva. These 3 drivers have been taming the McLaren P1 GTR. Look at this, now Kev Allen is actually going to make a move here into the hairpin. It is a pretty tight braking point, and a very nasty one for overtaking, although it is possible as long as you arrive to the hairpin side by side with another driver. Diogo Silva is trying to check out from the rest of the pack, but not really very successful in doing so. With that number 1 McLaren P1 GTR, of course, the reigning champion does have the option of using the number 1 car when that car is available. Look at this, Cavallo now has made a small mistake there. It's a very tricky corner to get right, also because here in Ruapuna with this car it just has so much power that really having the right braking point is absolutely crucial, and I think Diogo Silva has been managing that in the last lap. Now Darren Head, he was leading this race, he was very strong in the first phase of this race. Can he come back into it? And it doesn't seem to be the case, because he's actually slowing down, and now, oh, contact there with Darren Head and Scott Davely, and Darren Head goes into the gravel. Disaster for Darren Head, that now spins as well. And I couldn't quite understand what was going on, but it seemed that Darren was slowing down. I'm not sure about this, I'm not sure he was slowing down, but certainly Scott Davely was on the inside. And they went into turn 1 side by side, and this was a little bit Max Verstappenish versus Lewis Hamilton. I don't think that there is an obvious driver to blame there. I think that Scott could have given Darren a little bit more room, but Darren also seemed to shut the door a little bit on Scott. Net, the result is that Darren Head has, through this beaching of his car in the gravel and spinning, dropped down to 6th place. I really wonder how he didn't lose more positions, because he certainly seemed to have lost a lot of time, and I wonder why there are lots of drivers still behind him. Certainly Darren Head has had a very good few laps, opened the gap towards most of the field. Lots of things happening as well that we couldn't quite catch on the cameras. Simon Allen is somehow up into 4th place, and that seems to be through a combination of overtaking drivers and other drivers dropping out of contention, because, for example, Chris Winstanley, that was in 5th, is now in 8th. Stuart Brand, that we last saw him in 11th, is now up to 7th. Certainly very competitive midfield and lots of changes, but Darren Head is definitely wants to get more out of this race. We are on lap 6, so still plenty of time to go, but a little bit of a mistake there by Darren. Now trying to overtake other cars is not the easiest task with this car here at Ruapuna. Darren Head is certainly facing a little bit of a problem trying to overtake Dale Taylor. Dale doing a good job there in defensive driving. And ahead of these two drivers, we've got Simon Owen, the championship leader, is in 4th, Scott Davely is in 3rd, and Kev Allen is in 2nd. But Diogo Silva finally has checked out from the pack. He's got the gap, well, I was about to say 3 seconds, but it seems to be more like 2 seconds, so maybe this is not over for the victory, as we are yet to reach the midpoint of this race. Oh, and Darren Head is now again. Darren Head, oh, he loved it so much in the last lap that he decided to come back this time on his own. That's a disaster. Reset button, there you go, but lost another position to Stuart Brand, that is up to 5th. Something has happened with someone. Yes, something has happened to Dale Taylor that we couldn't quite catch, because Dale has dropped into 8th place. All sorts of things happening in the track. I think that as drivers make mistakes or try to overtake other people, they end up making more mistakes. And look at this, this is what exactly happened to Darren Head. He lost it in turn 1, very difficult braking point. It's surprisingly early that you need to brake for that corner with this car. Now Darren is again on the back foot. This time he's behind Stuart Brand, exactly like he was behind Dale Taylor. But now Stuart actually makes a mistake, and now he's going on the outside. That's an unlikely overtaking point, but Darren has made it work. Nice work there also by Stuart, giving him room, recognizing that he was a little bit slower due to that mistake in that 91 McLaren. And look at that, he's still in 6th spot. Let's follow the gap at the front. That's 2.6 seconds. That's more or less stable. So the two drivers are, well, Diogo Silva has done a 117.2, and this time Kev Allen in second place has done a 118 flat. So Diogo has opened a little bit of a gap in this lap, but certainly this is not over, because I think Kev in the previous lap was definitely faster than Diogo. Scott Davely sticking to third, already 7 seconds away from the leader, and not completely out of danger of being caught by Simon Allen, a recovering Simon Allen, the championship leader and winner of many races in a row. He has participated in 6 races this season and he has won 5 in a row. He wasn't here last weekend, same as Diogo Silva. They are both returning to the series this weekend, allowing someone else to win. Of course, Diogo has the other victory on the opening round in Road America and is in a good position to score his second victory of the season here. And Simon Allen certainly will want to recover as much as he can to minimize that points loss. He's got a little bit of a cushion, but of course you never would underestimate competitors like Diogo Silva, Darren Head, Kev Allen, you know, very good group of drivers here, and certainly Simon Allen will want to maximize points. This is round 5, by the way, of this summer championship, and Kev Allen now has decided to do some rally crossing. He's got the extra point for knocking down the nose cone, so Kev Allen is going to score a point here for that. Unfortunately, this is not really how it works, otherwise everyone would just try to knock them down every single lap, but it would be an interesting idea to spice up the racing at the points a little bit. Stuart Brand has really not lost a lot of time to Darren Head, so he was overtaking, but that's because he made a mistake in this corner, not because his pace is bad. On the contrary, he's actually recovering a lot of time for oh, look at this, Darren sliding in the last corner. That's another easy mistake to do, but can Stewart capitalize? He can, yes he can, and this is side by side again into turn 1. The last time this happened was with Scott Davely and it didn't work very well for Darren Head, but this time round is it going to work better? No, it is, yes, nicely done there by Darren. Side by side into turn 1, and what more could we ask here in Old Fox Racing? Amazing battle between these two drivers. Look at this now, Darren Head is on the inside towards the hairpin, and I think he's going to cover his position. Yes, he is going to cover his position, and he's still in the 5th spot despite the attacks of Stuart Brand. Nicely done there. This battle between these two drivers, all very clean, all very respectful, and continues, because now Stuart Brand is on the outside here. Is not the greatest overtaking point, but now he has got the inside for the next corner, and oh, and what happened there? I think there was a bit of lag or something, I don't know, but Stuart Brand manages to complete the pass, and that was a very well executed pass. But now he runs wide, and now here comes Darren Head on the outside again into the same corner. He overtook Stewart a few laps ago, but this time around he loses a little bit of time in the exit, and here comes Stuart Brand now on the inside for the last corner. Didn't quite work, but could work now in the start-finish line, because Darren has again lost a little bit of time with that wide line through the last corner. Stewart certainly has more momentum, and he's going to go for the inside again into turn 1. Will this work? The last lap it worked perfectly as they went side by side. This time around, now it doesn't work for Stuart Brand, and also Darren Head is off the track. We couldn't quite see what happened. Yes, Darren is off the track, Stewart is off the track. They both missed their breaking point, but they both survived to fight another day. What a battle this is for 5th place, except that Stuart Brand actually lost more time than we had seen. Darren Head did lose a little bit of time because he also outbraked himself into turn 1, but now Chris Winstanley, that has been yo-yoing between 5th and 7th or 8th, is again in 6th place. That's a good performance from Chris. Here comes Simon Allen now on Scott Davely. Simon Allen on Scott Davely. Look at the gap at the front. It's 8.7 seconds. Kev Allen has lost a lot of time. Diogo Silva is on lap 12. Couple of laps to go at the end of this one, and he certainly seems to be on his way to a victory here. He is in his second victory of the season. As Simon Allen, can he catch Scott Davely? Only a couple of laps to go. That's Kev Allen there in the horizon. And oh, here comes Simon Allen inside in the airpin, and he manages to nice overtake there. Nice overtake. Simon Allen on his recovery is now in third place, and this is bad news for the race leader that is not gaining as many points as he thought he would be gaining on Simon Allen. Simon Allen now, can he go after Kev Allen? Only a handful of laps to go here at Ruapuna, and the gap, what is the gap? The gap is around 2 seconds, so it seems to be a little bit ambitious for Simon Allen to challenge for second place. Dale Taylor, what has happened to Dale Taylor? We couldn't quite catch how his race has been going, but the last time we saw him, he was, well, the last time we remember seeing him, he was actually ahead of Darren Head, so to speak. And Darren is in 5th place, but Dale has actually lost a little bit of time. He is in 10th place now, and trying to recover from Simon Banter. And look at this, who is it? Oh, that's driver being lapped. No problem for the race leader. Diogo Silva is on his last lap. No, he isn't on his last lap, he's on his penultimate lap. And Dale Taylor is trying to go around Simon Banter, and this is the battle for the battle of the yellow cars, it seems. It is the battle for 9th spot, and Dale seems to have a little bit more pace. He's trying to find the gap to overtake cleanly Simon Banter. Ooh, almost contact there in the last corner. There was a little bit of contact, and now these two drivers are side by side, not yet side by side, but certainly Dale Taylor is going to try to make a move. Here comes Simon Banter on the inside into turn 1, trying to defend his line into turn 1. How is this going to end? It's going to end in absolutely nothing, as Dale Taylor continues to be behind Simon Banter, but that's a nice battle there for 9th. Where is the race leader? He's on his last lap. Oh, look at this, Simon Banter running wide there, and here comes the opportunity for Dale Taylor now on the inside of the hairpin. He's got the position. Yes, he's got the position. Oh, little bit of contact. Oh, a little bit more than a little contact. That was Simon Banter trying to hold to his position, but clearly Dale Taylor had already gone through, so that was a little bit strange over there. Here comes Stuart Brandon. His is Chris Winstanley. Chris Winstanley trying to hold to his best position of the season in 6th place. Stuart Brandon has other ideas. Will he manage to overtake Chris? Only 1 lap to go, and Stuart, remember, he's very fast in this last corner, and Chris Winstanley knows that, so he's already defending on the inside. Yes, that's a good defensive driving, but Stuart is going to make the move, or is he? Yes, he's going to make a little bit of a move, but it's fairly tricky to overtake here. Stewart brakes on time, Chris brakes on time. They both survive to fight a few more corners, but now Stewart may want to attack on the hairpin. Race leader Diogo Silva is going to win 2nd victory of the season. For him, absolutely perfect race here at Ruapuna. Ends up with a long distance, and here comes. The headlights are on, the checkered flag is in the air. He wins. 2nd place is going to be Kev Allen. Kev Allen in 2nd place on the road, but we understand from the race director that he's got time penalties, so let's see who is actually going to be in 2nd place. 3rd is Simon Allen, but he could be promoted to 2nd. 4th, Scott Davely, and here comes Darren Head to take 5th. And look at this, this is Stuart Brand now absolutely trying everything in the last few corners to overtake Chris Winstanley. Chris doing a great defensive job. That now runs wide, and here comes Stuart now in the last corner. It's the last corner, and Stuart is going to take 6th place. That's a little bit disappointing for Chris Winstanley. He is going to be dropping into 7th. Still a pretty good result, but could have been a top 5. Maybe in race 2 he's going to be back with a little bit more consistent pace. Here comes Dale Taylor not to take 8th. Actually, he overtook Jumbo as well as Simon Banter. So a little bit of a recovery in the last few laps for Dale Taylor. Jumbo is 9th, and 10th was Dale Taylor, with Frankie finishing in 11th. What a race join us very soon for race 2.